Better than yesterday. Just kidding. What's up, guys? Yuri here. Better than yesterday. Episode number 29 today. Hard to count on my fingers. Today I want to tell you exactly how I got into this industry. I mentioned before that I got injured, but I never got into details and what exactly led me to this path. When I got injured, I was working out, obviously. My shoulder dislocated, or I thought I dislocated. I had a spotter who was spotting me at that point, who wasn't my regular spotter. I was doing incline bench, actually flat bench with dumbbells, and kind of popped the shoulder in. Hurt, I dropped the weight, that didn't feel good. I stopped working out for that day. I didn't continue my workout, which was probably the smartest thing I could have done at that point. After that, I was out for 3 months, and I couldn't work out. Now, I mentioned this story before, where I was out for about 3 months, then I started working out again, but blah, 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 blah. I saw a surgeon, started get my surgery done, and then went back to the rehab. Now, the hardest part for me, because I am a type of guy who needed to be active, especially at that time, I had to train every day. The only day I had off was Sundays. Even Saturdays I would train, and it was like a religious thing. I had to do it. It was the mindset I was going into it. And it was killing me to be doing something that I had something that prevented me from doing something that I loved. And I don't know if you could relate to something where you love something so much that you can't miss a day about it, right? No matter what it is, I would schedule everything around the workout. And maybe you could relate it to your kids, where you just need to see them, you need to kiss them, you need to hug them, whether it's your pets, whether it's your loved ones, whether it's for the gym, whether it's watching your favorite TV show. Imagine not being able to do it for 3 months. It's a painful thing. Or when you do come back to it, imagine only being able to do it for 5 minutes without having pain, or without you having to, so let's say seeing your kids for 5 minutes, or watching your TV show, your favorite TV show, only for 5 minutes. That's ridiculous, right? And that is kind of what I was exposed to, and I was forced to do it. There was no other option. At that time, I was going to school for physical therapy, and I went through physical therapy, and it was the most painful thing as well, because A, I was all kinds of messed up from the surgery, and B, I was working with bands. I was happy once I finally got to lift my shoulder. I was like, oh, this is awesome. Then I was able to use the bands for my shoulder. And day by day, I was getting better. And that led me to believe that I don't want to work with physical therapy, because what I was seeing is a lot of older people going in there to be moved. The physical therapist would go in there, the client would lay down, and they would physically move their leg back and forth. And I did not want that for myself, and I wanted to prevent that from happening to other people. And so there's 2 reasons why I got into the fitness. And that was to prevent myself from getting injured, and then so that I could prevent other people from being unable to help themselves when they're in the older ages or elder stage. So, you know what I'm saying. You get to that very wise age, okay? I did not want that for myself specifically and for other people, because I think that we are meant to be moving constantly, and we can be at our prime at 7 years old, 80 years old. Right now, I'm 8 years older than I was when I injured myself. And most people say that, hey, you are at the best shape of your life when you're in your 20s or 18, because that's when you have the highest testosterone, and after that, the health declines. Well, I don't believe that. I think that you could be training. I have clients who started with me when they're 40, now they're 45, 46, and they're in the best shape of their life. Better than when they were in their college years and they were doing marathons and all that stuff. Because you can train yourself the proper way without injuring yourself and get better. So why am I sharing this story with you again? Is because all those lessons that I learned, not to get injured, not to get, I have to yell louder because the people next door are playing some kind of ballet and they're doing crazy stuff. So hopefully you guys can hear me pretty well. over the noise next door. But the whole point right now is that starting Monday, 15 days, 50 days only, which is only 2 weeks plus one extra day, you get to go on a journey with me, on the fitness journey. You get to learn some new stuff, switch things up, and hopefully excite you a little bit as to give you a little bit of different opportunity. Whatever you're training typically, we're gonna switch things up. So please join me, like, comment, and share so that we could get a lot more people on board, so we could get a lot more people healthier, a lot more people fit. And I like to share my passion with all you guys and prevent you guys from getting injured. That is one of the main reasons. And the next reason again is so you can move well no matter when. The best feedback I ever got is from my oldest client. 74 years old, he plays golf, he's fairly active, very difficult. He had a very hard time lunging. If you're not sure what a lunge is, it's just taking a nice long step. Hard time doing that. Squatting, which is just sitting up and sitting down. And if you don't know the statistics, but the main reason why people are dying is because they're not moving as much. And a lot of people, especially elder people, if you are around older people, see how they get up from a chair. And you'll see they start using their whole body, their whole support. Their core is not trained, their legs are weak, everything's falling apart. And the biggest injury result if they fall, because they're so brittle, everything's not working well. So that you prevent that from doing it by training. And when my client said, listen, this is the greatest thing ever, my squats are amazing now. His squats are better than 20-year-olds coming into the door the first time. And it's awesome. It's a great feeling to have a client who's so strong and who's so much more confident than previously. And it's also a little sad that 20-year-olds coming in with worse shape. And that is why I wanted to create this challenge, to give a little bit back to you guys and to provide a platform for everyone to learn how their body moves and how awesome we truly are. All right, guys. Nothing else to say. I think I've blabbered on enough and the music finally stopped. So have a good one. Share. Be better than yesterday. Take care.